It's time for the Brainiac Minute. Get ready. Here's your host, John Boyce. Monday.
What were the first names of the mom and dad on the Brady Bunch? Played by Robert Reed and Florence Henderson, Mike and Carol each have 3 children and marry to create one big blended family. It aired 5 seasons and multiple spin-offs and reunion movies, and is now one of the most recognizable shows in American television history. Since it was first syndicated in September of 1975, an episode of the show has been broadcast somewhere in the United States and abroad every day of the year.
Marsha.
Tuesday.
Convicted of 6 kills during the 1970s, David Berkowitz is better known as whom? David Berkowitz is the son of Sam, or the .44 caliber killer. So after he was arrested, Berkowitz pled guilty to 8 shootings that began in New York City on July 29, 1976. Using a .44 special caliber bulldog revolver, he killed 6 people and wounded 7 others by July of '77. Berkowitz eluded the biggest police manhunt in the city's history while leaving letters that mocked the police and promised future crimes, which were highly publicized by the press. He confessed to all of them and initially claimed to have been obeying the orders of a demon manifestation in the form of a black dog that belonged to his neighbor named Sam. After being found mentally competent to stand trial, he pled guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences in state prison. He then admitted that the dog and devil story was a hoax. Today, at the age of 70, he is still sitting in prison in New York.
Wednesday.
What nautical item is prominently featured on the Dockers logo? An anchor. The wings and anchor logo was created to speak to the brand's West Coast roots and maritime aesthetic. The khaki pants were inspired by British longshoresmen and brought to the United States by Dockers' parent company, San Francisco-based Levi Strauss & Company. Levi Strauss, then specializing in denim, introduced the Dockers brand in 1986. Dockers became a leading brand of business casual clothing for men, while khakis became widely popular in the United States when Casual Fridays gained popularity in offices in the late 80s. This led to the emergence of Dockers as a popular brand. Before going global in 1992, characters from the television show Cheers were prominently seen wearing Dockers clothing in the late 80s, and they also made an appearance on an episode of Seinfeld.
Thursday.
Which U.S. president had a 7-seat hot tub installed on the White House lawn? Bill Clinton. President Clinton had a donated 7-seat hot tub installed near the south lawn of the White House beside the swimming pool. When asked why the Clintons needed 7 seats, he replied, "We don't rule out the prospect that someone in the near future will have larger families occupying the White House." Clinton then added, "How many children does Al Gore have again?" Al Gore, of course, never became U.S. president. Here's something you probably don't know. Remember the arcade game Cruisin' USA, the original. When you complete it, you end at Washington, D.C. at the White House. The camera will pan upward and a farm comes into view on the White House roof. Cows and Secret Service agents surround your victorious car as it spins on a platform. Before showing the roof, the screen flashes political cartoon for a moment. And once the camera panned up on the roof, a different cast appears. Among the Secret Service and cows sits Bill Clinton, relaxing in a hot tub placed on the back of a pickup truck. What a sight.
Friday.
What television network has used the slogan, "Very funny"?
TBS.
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 Very funny.
Funny.
TBS. Very humorous. Funny.
TBS originated as a small television station in Atlanta, Georgia that began operating on UHF Channel 17 in 1967. By the mid-70s, The Andy Griffith Show, The Flintstones, Leave It to Beaver, The Little Rascals, My Three Sons, Star Trek, The Three Stooges, and many more were added to the station's schedule. Today, it carries a variety of programming with a focus on comedy, along with some sports events, including Major League Baseball, Stanley Cup playoffs, and the NCAA men's basketball tournament. It reaches approximately 71 million households in America.
This podcast was produced from the Brainiac Minute. Airs daily on WANT 98.9 FM at 9:10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m.